In this footage comparison, the DJI Pocket 4 Pro and Insta360 Luna Ultra deliver impressive video quality, but each camera has its own strengths. The DJI Pocket 4 Pro produces natural colors, excellent dynamic range, and highly reliable autofocus tracking, making it a strong choice for vloggers and solo creators. Meanwhile, the Insta360 Luna Ultra stands out with its sharp 8K recording, versatile dual-lens system, and impressive zoom capabilities. In daylight, both cameras capture detailed and vibrant footage, while low-light performance remains competitive on each device. If you prioritize smooth tracking and accurate colors, DJI has the edge. If you want maximum flexibility, higher resolution, and creative zoom options, the Luna Ultra is a compelling alternative. Overall, both cameras are among the best compact creator cameras available in 2026. Now, the question I see most often is, should you choose the DJI Pocket 3, Pocket T4, or Pocket 4 Pro? Personally, if you already own a Pocket 3, I would recommend considering an upgrade directly to the Pocket 4 Pro. While the Pocket 3 and Pocket 4 look quite different on paper in terms of specifications, the actual difference in video quality is not as dramatic as many people expect when viewing footage on a smartphone or tablet. However, if you enjoy photography, both Pocket 4 models offer a significant improvement in photo quality compared to the previous generation. Another common question comes from users who have already ordered a Pocket 4. Many are asking whether it's worth switching to the Pocket 4 Pro. My suggestion is simple. If you don't have any major travel plans in the next month or two, you can consider canceling your order and waiting for the Pro version. However, patience is important because the Pocket 4 Pro is currently available only through reservations, and demand is extremely high. In our store alone, hundreds of customers are already waiting in line, so delivery could take 1 to 2 months or even longer. For people who haven't purchased any of the 3 models yet, my recommendation is either to buy a discounted Pocket 3 or go straight for the Pocket 4 Pro. The reason is pricing. The Pocket 3 is now available at a much lower price, creating a meaningful gap between it and the 4th generation models. Meanwhile, the difference between the Pocket 4 and Pocket 4 Pro is relatively small considering what you get. For a modest increase in price, the Pro version adds an excellent 60mm telephoto lens, which provides a noticeable improvement in shooting flexibility and image quality. That's why I generally recommend either the budget-friendly Pocket 3 or the more capable Pocket 4 Pro. Another concern many people have is the balance and weight of the Pocket 4 Pro. Although the gimbal assembly looks larger than previous models, the weight distribution is actually quite balanced. At just over 200 grams, it's still a compact and lightweight camera. In daily use, the grip feels comfortable and natural. After several days of testing, we found that the most noticeable issue for beginners and first-time users is heat generation. The lower body of the Pocket 4 and Pocket 4 Pro is largely identical, but the Pro version contains additional processing hardware to handle data from the second lens. As a result, it naturally produces slightly more heat than the standard Pocket 4. That said, overheating depends on several factors, including outdoor temperature, recording settings, and continuous shooting duration. In our testing environment, with temperatures around 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, we have not experienced any overheating shutdowns. However, the camera does become noticeably warm after approximately 15 to 20 minutes of continuous recording. We plan to conduct more extensive real-world testing in the future, but it is important to be transparent about this behavior. Another popular topic is how the Pocket 4 Pro compares to the Luna camera. My advice is to visit a local store and try both products in person. Every camera has strengths and weaknesses, and the most important thing is whether you can accept the compromises of the model you choose. Many people spend a lot of time comparing specifications and watching online reviews, but in reality, most users rarely own both cameras at the same time. Because of that, it's difficult to notice subtle differences in image quality during everyday use. Factors such as color science, straight-out-of-camera footage, and overall image rendering are highly subjective and are best judged with your own eyes. It's also worth remembering that every smartphone, tablet, and computer display shows colors differently. Screen quality and calibration vary significantly, which can influence your perception of image quality. That's why hands-on experience is often more valuable than reading specifications. Finally, many viewers have asked where they can reserve a Pocket 4 Pro. Since we're a retail store, we've had access to demo units for some time, but official sales only recently began. My recommendation is to reserve online as soon as possible, and also contact your local store directly. The first batch of inventory is expected to be limited, so if you need the camera urgently, joining a reservation queue early will greatly improve your chances of receiving one sooner. Most stores currently require only a small deposit, typically between $99 and $199, and in most cases, the deposit is fully refundable if you later decide not to purchase the camera. So if you're interested in the Pocket 4 Pro, reserving a spot early is definitely the safest option. Next, let's remove the protective film and power the camera on. At least initially, the startup response speed doesn't seem particularly fast. After going through the activation process and getting the camera ready to use, let's power it on again. This time, the startup response is much faster. Looking at the front of the camera, we can see the physical buttons located below the screen, along with two touch controls on the display itself. On the side, the detachable display module can be removed directly. This design offers a very convenient operating logic, especially for certain camera movements and shooting techniques. I've also attached the included grip handle. At the bottom of the grip, a metal folding tripod can be deployed to support the camera. I think this tripod design is quite clever because it eliminates the need for additional accessories. When folded, it hides neatly inside the bottom of the device. Now, let's examine the front of the camera where the lenses are located. There are two lenses, a primary camera and a telephoto camera. The main camera uses a 1-inch sensor and supports video recording up to 8K at 30 frames per second. It also supports 4K at 120 frames per second. The telephoto camera provides 3 times optical zoom, which should be roughly equivalent to a 60mm field of view. It also supports 6 times lossless zoom and up to 12 times ultra telephoto zoom. On the right side, there is a slot for a micro SD card. The camera itself appears to include approximately 43 gigabytes of built-in storage. Other than that, there are no additional ports or components on this side. At the bottom, where the grip can be detached, there is also an attachment point for the wrist strap. That's the overall first-hand experience of using this little camera. Another standout feature of the Luna Ultra is its 12 times super macro capability. Using my hand as the subject, let's zoom in. 2 times zoom. 3 times zoom, which switches to the telephoto lens. 6 times zoom. And finally, 12 times zoom. I don't know if it's fully visible through the camera filming this video, but on the Luna's screen, I can clearly see the fine details and textures of my fingers and palm. The image is extremely sharp. I think the image processing algorithms are doing an impressive job here. I also feel that the stabilization performance is quite good. There isn't any obvious shaking or jitter in the image. Now, let's compare the DJI camera and the Insta360 camera side by side. From the front, the two cameras actually look very similar. However, the Luna Ultra includes a built-in tripod, whereas the DJI requires an external accessory if you want the same functionality. Looking at the overall size from the side, they're quite similar. The DJI Pocket 4 Pro's lens appears slightly larger, while the Luna Ultra's lens looks smaller from this angle. From the front, however, you can see that Luna Ultra uses a horizontal lens arrangement, while DJI uses a vertical design. The lens layouts follow completely different design philosophies. The surface coatings are also different. DJI's finish seems to provide a slightly better grip and better anti-slip characteristics. On the opposite side, DJI places its wrist strap attachment point here, while Luna Ultra uses this area for the micro SD card slot. On the other side, DJI places its memory card slot, while Luna Ultra has no additional controls or features there. Returning to the lens design, these two cameras give completely different impressions despite targeting a similar category. That's the comparison between the two devices. I'm sure many of you are most interested in seeing an image quality comparison between these cameras. In future videos, I'll bring you detailed footage comparisons so we can see the differences in actual shooting performance. Now, let's take a look at the DJI Pocket 4 Pro unboxing and see what DJI has packed into its latest compact creator camera. The version featured here is the DJI Pocket 4 Pro Standard Edition. As expected from DJI, the packaging is clean, compact, and professional. The outer box follows the familiar minimalist DJI design language, with protective wrapping and a straightforward presentation that focuses on the product itself rather than flashy packaging. Once the seal is removed and the box is opened, the Pocket 4 Pro is neatly arranged inside alongside its included accessories. Everything is organized efficiently, giving a premium first impression while keeping the overall package compact and travel-friendly. One of the first accessories you'll notice is the carrying pouch. DJI continues to include a lightweight protective case that makes transporting the camera much easier. While compact, the pouch provides enough protection for daily use, helping keep the camera safe during travel, commuting, or content creation on the go. Looking further into the box, several useful accessories are included with the standard package. One of the more interesting additions is a compact fill light accessory. This small light could be extremely useful for vloggers, social media creators, and anyone shooting indoors or in low-light conditions. Instead of carrying a separate lighting solution, users now have a convenient option that can improve exposure and subject visibility when needed. The standard extension handle is also included. This accessory serves several purposes. It provides a more comfortable grip for extended shooting sessions, allows users to attach additional accessories, and supports charging while recording. The handle can also be mounted directly onto a tripod using the standard mounting system, making it ideal for stationary shots, time-lapses, interviews, and studio setups. DJI has also refined the overall accessory integration. The Pocket 4 Pro appears to offer a more practical storage and mounting system, helping users manage memory cards and accessories more efficiently while maintaining the compact form factor that the Pocket series is known for. Now, let's move on to the camera itself. According to currently available specifications, the Pocket 4 Pro features a large 1-inch image sensor. This sensor is capable of capturing high-resolution photos and detailed video footage while delivering improved image quality compared to smaller sensors. The main camera is paired with an f2.0 aperture lens, allowing it to gather plenty of light and produce sharp, vibrant images across various shooting conditions. The biggest upgrade, however, is the introduction of a dual camera system. The primary camera uses a 20mm equivalent focal length, providing a wide field of view that is perfect for travel videos, landscapes, vlogging, and everyday content creation. The wide perspective makes it easy to capture more of the scene without constantly stepping backward. Alongside the main camera sits a dedicated telephoto lens featuring a 60mm equivalent focal length and a bright f1.7 aperture. This second camera dramatically expands the Pocket 4 Pro's versatility. It enables improved portrait photography, stronger background separation, and tighter framing options without relying solely on digital zoom. Another noticeable addition is the magnetic filter mounting system located on the front of the camera. This design allows users to quickly attach ND filters, CPL filters, and other magnetic accessories. These filters can help control exposure, reduce reflections, and enhance overall image quality in challenging lighting environments. Powering on the Pocket 4 Pro reveals DJI's familiar gimbal startup sequence. The camera smoothly rotates and calibrates itself within seconds, demonstrating the precision of its 3-axis mechanical stabilization system. The movement feels refined and reassuring, highlighting one of the Pocket series' strongest advantages over traditional handheld cameras. The user interface also appears cleaner and more responsive than before. One standout improvement is the dedicated zoom control. The larger zoom button allows users to switch focal lengths quickly and adjust framing with minimal effort during recording. Thanks to the dual camera setup, users can instantly transition from the wide 20mm view to the tighter 60mm telephoto perspective. DJI also claims enhanced hybrid zoom capabilities, allowing users to capture distant subjects with greater flexibility while maintaining image quality. The Pocket 4 Pro's most significant upgrade is its dual camera system. The primary camera uses a 20mm equivalent focal length, giving users a wide field of view that's perfect for landscapes, travel content, vlogging, and everyday shooting.